The two-week ceasefire between the United States and Iran is actively collapsing, with just days left into a crucial Wednesday deadline. Three flashpoints are driving the immediate crisis. Iran has resumed attacks in the vital Strait of Hormuz, triggering a sudden global economic shock, while deadly violence escalates rapidly on the Israel-Lebanon border. With the deadline looming, regional instability is threatening to outpace back-channel diplomacy, pushing the conflict right back toward full-scale war. Iran's military has renewed its physical threat with the region, launching attacks on a commercial tanker and a container ship off the coast of Oman. This map shows how the attacks have functionally compromised the waterway, forcing commercial shipping traffic to halt and reverse course mid-transit. This chart tracks the immediate economic shock caused by that blockage, showing the surging prices of oil, natural gas, and aviation jet fuel globally. The severity of this disruption is already compounding. In the Philippines, the government declared a national emergency due to its heavy reliance on Gulf fuel. This economic shock extends far beyond the petrol pump. Complex global supply chains, specifically food production, are facing severe stress because they rely heavily on transit for fuel, fertilizer, and carbon dioxide. At the negotiating table, diplomacy is deadlocked. Iran claims the ongoing U.S. naval blockade violates the terms of the truce, while Washington refuses to lift the blockade until a broader deal is reached. Despite public defiance from both capitals, both nations face private vulnerabilities. Inside Iran, the leadership is under severe domestic pressure from crippling economic sanctions and civilian infrastructure destroyed during the war. This mutual vulnerability is driving active back-channel negotiations. Pakistani officials are currently mediating between the two sides, attempting to draft a formalized memorandum of understanding. Because neither side desires a return to the devastating bombardments of a full-scale war, securing this agreement before Wednesday is an urgent imperative. The northern front is deteriorating. In southern Lebanon, a French UN peacekeeper was killed in an attack France blames directly on the Hezbollah militia. Concurrently, the Israeli military has maintained an aggressive posture in the region, conducting new detonations and strikes justified under the terms of mitigating future threats. This map illustrates a newly established Israeli yellow line, a heavily enforced military buffer zone located in southern Lebanon. This boundary carries grim historical context. The IDF established a similar yellow line in Gaza last year, a boundary where dozens of Palestinian civilians were killed. Between the constant cross-border explosions and the strict enforcement of this new military boundary, it is nearly impossible for the 1 million displaced Lebanese civilians to safely return home. The massive gaps between the United States and Iran regarding nuclear ambitions and control of the Strait of Hormuz remain entirely unresolved. The singular objective for the next 48 hours is preventing the collapse of the Wednesday ceasefire deadline. Watch for imminent announcements from Washington or Tehran regarding a formalized ceasefire extension via Pakistani mediation.